The latest COVID-19 vaccine trial results are a bright spot in an otherwise dark time. And behind the promising numbers when it comes to efficacy, there are ordinary citizens who stepped in to help move the science forward.
I spend a lot of time outdoors. I go for walks and things of that nature, breathe some fresh air. But pretty much it's been a solitary kind of existence.
He's been on his own during the pandemic, but this one man may help save millions of lives.
I wanted to take part in something that's historic and revolutionary.
This past August, Eduardo Rolox did just that when he volunteered for the Moderna COVID-19 vaccine trial at UIC. He says he was inspired by the polio pioneers of the 1950s.
I saw a television interview with a gentleman who participated in the polio vaccine when it first came out. His participation in that program led to a vaccine that saved a lot of lives.
Like everybody else, I've been concerned about the coronavirus.
James Calabrese was just 7 when he took part in the polio vaccine trial. We spoke with him back in April.
It seemed like an impossible time. It seemed like too steep a hill to climb. And suddenly there was hope. I was convinced that when I took that serum, that things were going to be okay for everybody. I was sure. How could you pass up a chance to stop a disease like that?
Eduardo feels the same. And for the 55-year-old from Panama, there's an even deeper drive behind his volunteerism. Minorities are at higher risk for suffering complications from this virus.
It's really ecstatic and exciting to have something that would even either prevent me from being a statistics, or even I were to become a statistic.
Study participants don't know if they received the experimental vaccine or a placebo injection. Both groups are critical to the study, but Eduardo has a hunch.
If I did receive the vaccine, yes, it does pack a punch. I had headache, fever, and chills for like 3 days. So it's not like the flu vaccine or any other vaccine. It's really a powerful vaccine.
And so are the phase 3 clinical trial results. The product from Moderna shows a nearly 95% efficacy rate, the same for Pfizer's version.
I've been dealing with the development of vaccines as the director of my Infectious Disease Institute for 36 years. I would not have imagined in my wildest dreams 10 years ago that we could go from identification of a brand new virus to a vaccine in less than a year. That would have seemed inconceivable. But it was done, and it was done well. Safety was not sacrificed.
Dr. Anthony Fauci told us it's the vaccine volunteers who are a critical factor in ending the pandemic.
It's so important to recognize the volunteers that actually put themselves on the line to be part of this extraordinary effort to end the epidemic in this country.
I live on the southeast side of Chicago, where our numbers are going crazy.
Bonnie Blue was the very first to roll up her sleeve in the Chicago arm of the Moderna trial.
Initially, was not going to do it. It wasn't on my to-do list, but I did see how the numbers were getting larger. And I was not seeing the numbers simply as digits, but as families that were going through this.
The 68-year-old great-grandmother told us she's thrilled the vaccine is showing promise.
I was so excited. I cannot begin to tell you. It's like, yes, it humbles me. It makes me feel very blessed that I was in a position to actually step forward. I just feel very grateful that I had the opportunity to be a part of a much grander issue.
Science, medicine was given a task, and they met it spectacularly. So it's something that we should all be proud of and happy about.
Pfizer has already applied for emergency use authorization for its vaccine, and Moderna plans to do the same by the end of the month. If approval is granted by the FDA, both makers hope to begin distributing the vaccines to frontline workers and high-risk groups by the end of the year.